So how we all doing? Welcome back to my channel, Live from the End with Jay. I got a very special guest. You guys know him from another beautiful collaboration that we did together. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, brother?
Hi everyone, my name is Matthew and I'm from the Law of Assumptions Backdoor channel.
This man, I trust my life when it comes to supplying solid information. And I've said this before, I've actually been promoting your channel on my TikTok lives and whatnot. I do believe that you are one of the most accurate teachers that I've come across in all my like 10 plus years of learning about this stuff. And I mean that wholeheartedly. So God
I
bless
really
you.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing time, all things time. And the thing is, the reason why we decided to touch base on this as a topic is because a lot of people, I would say, this is one of the biggest things that people struggle with. But we're not going to just be discussing the average things that most people talk about, such as, oh, stop focusing on time. We're going to do our best to give you examples and rather tools that you can utilize. And first things first, what I'd like to discuss and tell you guys straight off the bat is this whole notion of if it's taking too long, you're doing something wrong, throw that shit out the window, bro. Seriously, it's not true. Very much so, it is not true. And I'm the living proof of that. Just earlier today, I had a major, probably one of the biggest success stories that I've ever had come into fruition today. I manifested my grandfather being cancer free. And this is something that I have been, thank you. This is something I've been manifesting for many, many months now. I would say 6+ months. And that's why I'm telling you guys, number one is just because it's been a while doesn't mean that it's not working, and it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. And number two, this isn't necessarily time based, but just because there's not necessarily any movement, again, doesn't mean that it's not working and that it's not happening. Okay. So that's the first thing. And I don't know if Matthew, if you have anything to add on to that.
Yeah, I mean, my take on that is exactly the same. However, my opinion or theory on behind why people are so hopped up on time is we live in a day and age where you can just pull up your phone and get anything you want, any kind of information, any kind of entertainment is there immediately. You want dopamine release, you can sit there and watch a TV show, you can like anything. So the idea of things actually might take some time, I think, scares a lot of people because in this day and age, nothing takes time anymore. You can get any kind of dopamine release, any kind of like information, or even get hold of people across the world in an instant. So then now we're kind of in this state where we don't understand that things do take time. We've become so hopped up on instant gratification that time doesn't seem like a factor that should be included.
I absolutely agree. It's the day and age we live in. It's that instant gratification based mentality. But I'm here to tell you guys that if you're willing to, sometimes all it takes is that first step into the door. In this case, the first step into that newfound reality where you know everything is done, you know you have what you want, which is really the key to stop focusing on time, is to get yourself into this state of being, state of consciousness where I always describe it as you're either in the state of not having or having. And when you're in the state of having, you're in like that flow state. You're coming from love. You're coming from this place of naturalness. You're not focused on time. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Absolutely.
very, very powerful. So, do you have any specific tools that maybe you've implemented in your own journey that has helped you specifically with not focusing on time?
So my main thing, and I think it's probably the most efficient way because it is manifesting in itself, is to just remind yourself of the end. Time is a social construct, as proven by science. The closer you are to a significant gravity source, the slower time moves, and all those kind of things. Or the faster time moves, sorry, one or the other. I can't remember which way it is, but one of those things. And it's like, so it's proven by science that time is malleable. Time doesn't fully exist in a way that we expect it to. It is literally just a construct that we've made up to explain the passing and the growth and all that of objects and life, basically. So using that, there is no reason for why the past, present, and future are all actually happening in the past, present, and future. So the
Yep.
way that I get over time, even when my conscious mind is just like, well, where is it? Why has it not been here? Is just to remind myself that because time is not a construct, if I imagine it, I'm bringing that thing to the now anyway, and I am having it now, and I just dwell in there because in your end result, if you were to be having your end result in the 3D right now, there would be no room for wondering where it is because you've already got it. So my
Yeah.
my way of doing it is to just re-dwell in the state of already having it and just living there until until I remind myself, oh yeah, like it doesn't make sense to be wondering when it's coming or how long it's going to take, because everything is experienced now. There's a video that recently went live by Be Something Wonderful. I believe you know about them. I think I've seen you mention them.
Oh yeah, dude. Tom, what's his name? Tom.
Yeah, something.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely. I love him.
Yeah, and he's recently just did a video, and in his video he says something like, time is only in place that we don't experience everything all at once, and space is only, or something along those lines. He's basically saying if time wasn't a factor in bringing things in, you would experience absolutely everything all at the same time, and obviously you would just basically, it wouldn't work. So time is a needed factor, and by bringing your thing to the now, by experiencing it in your like imagination or whatever terminology people want to use, you are not only impressing, had your subconscious mind not been impressed yet, by continuing to dwell there, but you are also removing the concept of time because you're bringing it now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I 100% agree. It really does come down to you saturating your mind with the wish fulfilled. Yeah. I think, and I like how you mentioned about the scientific aspect of things, because I mean, guys, think about those times when you were in high school, right? Or college, whatever. And you had that one class that was just really fun. It was a lot of fun. You were, maybe the teacher wasn't really paying attention. The teacher really didn't care. You're with all your friends, you're talking, you're having a good time. And usually most classes are between 45 minutes to an hour, right? So when you're in that class, you're having fun, you're living in the moment, you're allowing yourself to make, be in this place of peace in the reality, in the moment. You suddenly, the, clock goes by, the clock dings off, and you're like, wait a minute, like, wow, it didn't seem like I feel like I just got in here. That's because you're literally in the moment, you're in this flow state, you're in this place of, I would downright say naturalness, acceptance involving the current reality, and therefore there is no room to focus on time. And think about this, guys. Time is going to pass you by regardless. Okay, and what you focus on expands and grows. If you guys keep focusing on time and choosing, because it is a choice, to focus on time from the end of time being a factor, then you're going to potentially, I'm not saying this will happen, but potentially you may actually add more time to it. Okay, because what you focus on expands and grows. I think that's something that we can universally, as conscious creators, agree upon, that what you focus on grows and grows and grows until you get to the point of, you've saturated the mind so much that you planted a seed, you've impressed the mind. You guys don't want to impress your mind with the desire of, oh my God, it's taking too long and adding more time to it. No, you want to impress your mind with the idea that your desires are here for you right now, which leads me to my next point real quick, is if you want to stop focusing on time, start placing your awareness on the present moment, like literally this present moment. Allow yourself to enjoy the present moment, such as I'm allowing myself to enjoy myself talking to you guys and talking to Matthew and being on this collaboration. I'm not focused on time at all. I literally don't know what time it is right now. So that's the thing. That's something else that you guys could do, is start training yourself to love the present moment. Start training yourself to dwell in the present moment wholeheartedly.
I think that's a very important point to make as well, and not even just separate from the whole time idea, but you are going to experience those 5, 10, 15 years, and it is up to you whether or not you reach that milestone in time in the life that you want. Because by trying to rush everything and bringing everything now, you're not enjoying the journey. And there's a saying that the man that enjoys the walk goes further than the person that enjoys the destination. So if you're enjoying this journey, if you're enjoying learning and enjoying everything else, let's say you're trying to manifest in your person, you can focus on that, you can bring that to the now. But if you're not enjoying like your career and like your self-improvement, or even just spending time with your kids or your pet or whatever along the way, and you're pushing all of that aside because you're just so laser focused on your person, trying to bring them in as soon as possible, you're missing out on key aspects of life. Because obviously as a species, we do want to be compatible with people, we want a companion, but what is that when you have experienced nothing else along the way? So you should be enjoying, obviously not focusing on, I don't have it yet and it's so far away, but while you are waiting for the 3D to conform, you absolutely should be enjoying every single aspect and trying to improve every single aspect so that you can have a fulfilling life in all areas. Because what happens if you get your specific person and then other things aren't where you want them to be. And then you're going to be like, okay, well, it's great that I've got this person, but now I've got this and this and this and this and this. All of these things aren't where I want them to be. And that's because you've been so focused on one thing and trying to bring it in immediately instead of just enjoying the journey.
Exactly. I 100% agree. And that honestly is leading me to my final point on what you guys could do to really help relieve yourselves when it comes to focusing on time is just like Matthew said, train yourself to start living your life. Start manifesting in other areas of your life. I always talk about this. Start manifesting in other areas of your life, even areas of your life where you're already solid in. You know, why not? You have this power within you to manifest whatever you want. Like infinite source creation, whatever you want to call it, exists within you right now in this moment. So start training yourself. Have fun with your life. Do things you enjoy doing. Spend time with the people you enjoy spending time with. Play those video games you enjoy playing, just like me. Get a girl, get a boy. Read those books that you enjoy, reading. Just genuinely, wholeheartedly allow yourselves to live your life and live it for you. Don't live it with this chip on your edge of, oh, if I live my life, then maybe I'll get my person fast. No, live it and live it for you. Okay. And that's my final point, is to wholeheartedly live your life and live it for you. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's the thing, guys. There's a lot of key factors here. Saturating your mind with the wish fulfilled, allowing yourself to enjoy the present moment. There's a lot of good stuff that you guys could take away in this video, so feel free to replay it back, take notes, because I know that what we were talking about in this are the keys, some of the keys, I should say, to help relieve yourself when it comes to focusing on time. Okay. So guys, listen, it was a pleasure. Stay tuned for the collaboration that we got coming on Matthew's channel. And we're going to be recording that next. And I'm super excited to be a part of that. As I'm sure Matthew is excited to be a part of this. And guys, listen, like I said, don't have to focus on time all the time. It's a choice to focus on time. You can easily choose to focus on the fact that it's here now for you. Okay. So, you guys have a beautiful, safe day. Feel free to give Matthew a holler for some coaching. It's fantastic. Of course, you can reach out to me too. Everything will be posted in the first comment below, a link to his information and a link to my information. So, all right. So you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Stay safe. Stay loved.
Boy.